What's good, guys? Welcome back to a bit of a different video. I haven't done any anime content on this channel yet, and I don't know. I've been kind of considering going over the shows that I've been watching for a while now for the fall uh, 2021 season, since it's essentially over now. I think only a couple of shows left that need to um, to really reach their conclusion before the winter 2022 season starts. And I thought I'd go over the shows I watched because I watched a lot of them because I really enjoy seasonal anime for the most part. It was kind of a drag this season, not a lot of good stuff. There was some decent stuff, but there's always some stinkers in there. And personally, I have a hard time dropping shows, even though there was definitely a show this season that I actually dropped, which is very rare for me since I have a hard time not finishing stuff I start. But let's just go over the shows that I watched and kind of give my thoughts on them. And starting off with a near perfect show in my opinion. Great animation, great story. Komi-san can communicate. This show was very heartwarming and a very charming adaptation of the manga. The manga isn't mind blowing, but it's a great read. It's a cute read. It has a very cute story, and this anime just elevated that with great visuals and music. And I think it blew everybody out of the water except Netflix butchered the translation of the text, which is a very big part of this anime since the main character don't really talk. She makes noises and writes, and if you don't translate all the text that she writes down, it gets a bit difficult to follow the story. So a lot of people ended up pirating this series since that was basically the best way to consume the stories, since fan subbers are better at doing their job than professional subbers from Netflix. Next up, Pedophile Isekai. I I watched it because I watched season one and everybody is raving about this. It was beautiful. The story was great. I just, it's not for me because they are going way too much into the main character being a pedophile and being into little children. And I don't, a lot of people like, oh, well, he's a kid. Physically, I'm like, yeah, I don't care. He's a, when he goes to that other world where there's a god, he's a literal grown up still. And I don't know, I can't roll with that. So I don't know. If you like it, you like it. That's good. I just can't get behind it. Next up was one of the more weirder shows of this series, Tacked Up Destiny. It was it's animated by Madhouse and Mappa, and damn, is it a beautiful show. And it has such great visuals, but the story is so boring. Like it was it was not good. It was okay, but it was just not good. Um, would I recommend this to anybody? No. This is an anime that you'd let if you're like me and you're just watching whatever show's coming out of fear of missing out. Then yeah, go ahead, watch Tacked Up Destiny. It's a beautiful show. Actually, you know what? Since a lot of people are in the mindset of if it's beautiful, it's a masterpiece. So you know what? You might like it. If you like Demon Slayer, you'll like Tacked Up Destiny. One of my personal favorites this season, Miracle-chan. It was cute. It had some ecchi moments. It's kind of funny that they don't tag this as an ecchi, since it had a lot of ecchi for a comedy horror show. It had some fun moments. It got kind of repetitive towards the end, but I'm kind of intrigued to see where the story goes, and I hope it gets a season two since I don't personally own the manga yet, which is hard to wrap my mind around that I don't own this manga since it's a new one and it's only what, 4 volumes or something like that. Um, but yeah, good show. I would recommend this if you're in the mood for something fun with cute girls in it. Yeah. Next up, this one is the what's it called? The world's best assassin reincarnated to a different world as a the world's best assassin to reincarnate in a different world. Wow, this is bad. So I was trying to read this and that made no sense. Anyways, it's the world's finest assassin is reincarnated into another world. This was pretty good actually. I'm a sucker for isekais. They're on my comfort shows. You know what you get? You get cute girls, you get an overpowered MC, and you get a fantasy world more often than not. This one was pretty cool because I don't know, he was overpowered. There's not a lot to it. It's as it says here, it's a solid 7.5 in my opinion. I'm gonna watch future seasons, and I've even considered buying the light novel since I mean it's out there, so why not? Since I actually enjoyed it. Next up is one that's not I'm not caught up with, and it's Platinum, and I'm not a big fan. I don't like the duo who does this manga. Um, yeah, not a fan. I was thinking about picking up the manga, but yeah, I just don't like the way they make they craft a story. It's super like this is basically Death Note all over again, and it has the same vibe. It's just not for me. I am sorry if this is your favorite series and or if you really love Death Note, but this might not be the channel for you because I am gonna shit on those series and yeah, no. And I can see I'm not alone in this. It has a average of a 6.6. It's kind of rough. This one is one of the better series of this season, Blue Period. I fell in love with this and I went out of my way and bought the manga, even though it's so hard to find at some point. But this was really, really good. I really enjoyed this. But I gotta pretense that with I have dabbled a lot in art and I know what it's like to be an art student. So this is not for you if you have no interest in art. This is definitely a niche manga slash anime. If you have any inclination to be artistic or anything with the arts, please give this a watch. You will be able to relate to this very much so, especially if you're an up and coming artist, for sure. Mugen Train. I didn't get a chance to watch the movie. It played in like 3 theaters in Denmark, but yeah, I watched the TV version. Gotta say, I do not understand what people were raving about when this movie came out. It looked no better than the TV anime and the CGI. The CGI demon train was so ugly, and they used so much CGI in this movie. I know it's a stupid thing to complain about, but I CGI makes me uncomfortable. I notice it right away, and it just ruins the entire experience for me, and it really ruined this movie. Plus, the movie was decent, but it definitely did better, in my opinion, as a experience that I saw in 20-minute increments every week. Um, I do not feel. I do not regret not having watched the movie. Let's just say that this was perfectly fine. Um, this 8.3 though, way too high. 86 Part 2, not completely. It's not. I think this won't be done until like March because of production issues. They had like 2 or 3 um, like recap episodes because they couldn't. I didn't really read into it. I just watched it whenever it came out. I really enjoy it. It's kind of nice. I'm not a big fan of mecha, but it's not really mecha, but it kind of is. Season 1 was better. Season 2 is kind of repetitive. My Senpai is annoying. Great show. Loved this. Picked up the manga. Um, if you need, this is great because it's a rom-com, but it's not kids. Like there are a single child in here, but they are office workers, which is it's kind of nice to see a romance that's focused around grown-ups for once. Um, I hope they make another season. I really like this whole. Also, I'm a big sucker for what's it called? Odd couple romances, like this big guy and little. Wow, she's not a little girl. She's a short lady, young lady, whatever. I'm I'm not trying to be offensive. I just yeah, sorry about that. Um, but yeah, great rom com. Great to see romance between adults instead of high schoolers for once. This is a lot along the lines of Wotakoi. Um, so yeah, if you like Wotakoi, you'll definitely enjoy this one. And I give it a very high, a very big recommendation. Wow, sorry for my English. um, Next up, Faraway Paladin, I think. Is that what it's called? Paladin of the End, Ultimate Paladin. These synonyms are. They really suck. Mal needs to get on that. But yeah, this was pretty good. It had a. Actually, if you really enjoyed Mushoku Tensei, you'd enjoy it. Faraway Paladin. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. And this main character is not a pedophile, which is a good thing. So I like this more than Mushoku Tensei. Visuals, Mushoku Tensei wins. Music as well. Everything that's artistic outside of the story, Mushoku Tensei wins. But that MC, I'm sorry, can't condone pedophilia. But y'all do you. Next up, this one's a long one. I don't even. Is this based on? Yeah, it's based on a light novel. I was kicked out of the hero's party because I wasn't a true companion, so I decided to have a slow life at the frontier. Very this show did not know what it wanted to be. It was very rom-commy slice of life, but then it had action elements and there was like a bigger, darker plot, and that kind of got resolved in a single episode, and it went to shit. This is not. It's not great. The main girl though is pretty hot. Um, I don't know. This really suffered from not knowing what it wanted to be, and it's kind of a shame because I really like the MC's design. He has a very cool like he almost reminds me of his clothes at least reminds me of the outfit of Edward Kenway in Assassin's Creed Black Flag for some reason with the whole leather boots and yeah. Um, this got delayed. Watched the one episode. It was pretty hot. Can't wait to watch more. World's End Harem. This I never even. The evolution fruit, conquering life unknowingly. This was trash. It was just another. Actually, well, it's. I know people won't like this, but it was definitely up my alley. Up my alley. Alley? Up my alley. Overpowered MC, extremely overpowered MC, basically a god because he ate some weird nuts, and he keeps running into cute girls and adding them to his harem. And some of them are animals turned into human girls, and some of them are just human girls who he overpowers. Or actually, I don't know if we got introduced to this girl. This girl is not. I don't recognize her. Oh wait, yes I do. Never mind. Not sure why she's kind of like in this part because she is not. These two don't really have anything to do with each other for the majority of the story. Um. Anyways, yeah. If you like power fantasy isekais, give this a watch. It's perfectly fine if you like those. It's not great. It's pretty funny. It has girls with big tits, so if you like that, go give it a watch. This vampire Roman show, Moonliker and the Bloodsucking Princess. It was weird. It was cute. The girls, the romance part is okay, but the rest is kind. It's a weird setting. It's like fake Russia, and they're in the space race, and then there's like a lot of racism towards vampires, and it's just really really weird. And there were a lot of like weirdly sexual scenes, um, especially one with food, which he's eating fish eggs, and it's I don't know, it's weird, and it had some emotional moments, but thinking back on it, it wasn't anything special. It had pretty nice visuals. There were a couple characters you wish you could just punch in the face though, for being bigoted assholes. But yeah. Speaking of punching in the face, Sakugan is a heaping pile of stinky, steamy shit. This was so bad. It had so much promise in episode one, and then for every episode afterwards, you just wanted to punch the MC in the face. She is an annoying little piece of shit, and this was so bad. Don't watch it. It's not worth it. Imagine Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, but the main character is a little brat who thinks she's the smartest in the entire world. But really, she has a high IQ but has no emotional maturity, and it's just well a pain in the ass to everybody around her. And then there's her dad who has to take care of her, and he just kind of have to put up with her being a brat. Um, what did I watch next? Did not watch Isekai Shukuru. Oh yeah, World Trigger third season. This season was kind of season 2 and season 3 have been really, really, really slow. I don't remember if it was this season or season 2 where for over half the season you didn't even see the main squad. It's more of the first. It's along the lines of season 1. It's just it's shorter and it's in a shorter format with these seasons, and I don't know. I feel like I would enjoy the manga a lot more, but the anime is kind of slow, and I'm getting really, really, really fucking tired of watching these matches that have no consequence on anything other than one main plot point, which we all know is gonna. We all know where it's headed. Like they're the main characters, and they're gonna do whatever they want. But World Trigger third season, it's decent. It's more World Trigger. If you like season one, you know the long one with over like 50 or 60 episodes, you'll like this, but you'll also be kind of frustrated that they don't get moving. Like the story is kind of taking a long time to get shit done. Next up, this one I do not know how to say pronounce it. Wow, synonyms Kyoshi. Well, it's about a vampire hunter and this weak ass vampire and a lot of side characters that are unimportant except John. John is the only reason why you should watch this show. It's pretty funny. It has some funny moments. It has some extremely cringe moments as well, but just watch it for John. You won't regret it. John's amazing. I want a John. Somebody hook me up with a John. This is the show that this is the show that I dropped. Build Divide Code Black. Watched 5 episodes and it's so bad. Imagine a card game show where they barely explain the card game. It's so bad. Next up, Deep Insanity: The Lost Child. I think this is a mixed media project. Not great. I kind of enjoyed it. It's not great. The characters are kind of cool. The animation is weird. It looks really weird. It has like a filter on it for some reason, so all the colors look like blurry. If you can say that colors look blurry, but yeah, it wasn't great. um, Next up, what did I watch? I watched Puraori Pride of Orange. Pride of Orange, yeah. Uh, it's another cute girls do sports anime. However, this one takes the approach of the girls actually being like adorable and not sexualized. It's also hard to sexualize a hockey jersey with pads and so on. So it was good. No, it wasn't. It was okay. I don't know why I torture myself with these mediocre sports anime. I don't enjoy them, so I should really stop watching those. Next up, second season of Yakunada Mokkabmo Niban Gama. Sorry for my pronunciation. Let's make a mock. Whoa! Second season of Let's Make a Mock 2. If you watched the first season and you enjoyed it, you will enjoy this. I didn't enjoy either, but I watched them. They're short episodes, 14 minutes each. If you do it on 2 times speed, it's half of that. And if you do it at 3 times speed, you can get through this pretty easy. And that's what I had to do to get through this. Luckily, this was like the first show to finish this season, so yeah. I It's a weird slice of life. I don't know why this exists, but as you can see, not a lot of people were watching it, so what can I say? And there were a couple longer shows that were finishing this season, so let's go over those as well. Oh yeah, this is another one that I dropped, Scarlet Nexus. I'm just gonna play the game. The anime wasn't good. Jahi-sama. I enjoyed the first half. The second half got really repetitive and annoying. Um, Hello? Whoa, my microphone just went out. What the hell? But yeah, Jahi-sama. It was okay. It's pretty funny at times, but else it's pretty annoying actually. This was pretty entertaining actually. Shiroi Suna no Aquatop. It was pretty good. I liked this. It was a good slice of life about growing up and accepting that life does not always go your way. If you're in a position where you might be struggling with a job or you might be struggling with your lot in life, or maybe you have been assigned something new that you're uncomfortable with and you don't think that it's right for you, give this a watch. It might give you some insight into how you can deal with that. I really enjoyed it, except for the extremely horrible CGI fish. Yeah. But else, it was pretty nice. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was decent. It was definitely a 7.5 to an 8. It wasn't a masterpiece, but it was pretty good. Yeah, I think that was all. Oh, actually, net adaptations, JoJo's fantastic, just like always. I like How to Be a House Husband, even though people are like, oh, it's so bad animated. No, it's a motion comic. It's not supposed to be well animated, but just enjoy the very very good voice acting and just be quiet. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this was pretty good too. The Waterkoi OVA. I enjoyed that. I love Waterkoi. Waterkoi is so great. Um, this was pretty good too. I think this is the guy that did Mirror Tights. Looks like it, kind of like with the art style. Pretty sure he's a hentai artist. Oh, this might be the same guy. Hmm. Anyways, that was all for this roundup of fall 2021. I hope you found it insightful, and I think going forward, I'm going to record what I'm interested in watching, going over all the shows, taking a lot of inspiration from other content creators, um, as this is part of my life and this is part of the hobby of collecting manga and watching anime. So yeah, stick tuned for that video. It might be coming up in the coming days if I don't scrap this whole idea, since I'm not very fond of showing my face online, but I guess you just gotta get used to it, huh? Anyways, have a good one, guys, and see you around.